Going live, okay. Okay. Oh, I don't know why my eyes are bugging me. This is so weird. But anyways. So, hello guys. I don't know why my eyes are bugging me right now, but it's probably because it's 12 something. So yeah. If you didn't see my title, I am not kidding. That is literally what I have. So, yeah, I'll give you some details on what it's about because I have my phone with Intel on here, so I'm going off of what it says because I wasn't told I had ADHD. Uh, I was told I had ADHD when I was little by my mom, but the original diagnosed me was when I was born, actually. And what they told my mom was it was so weird. They told my mom that I was not just diagnosed as with ADHD. I was also diagnosed as with handicap plus the ADHD, which is weird because I am fully functional person. Like I can talk and walk and all that kind of stuff that normally people would do on a day-to-day basis without having ADHD wise. So I don't get why these doctors told her that, but it's weird. I got focus pills at the age of 16 and I am 21 and I still am using them because it helps when I still have ADHD like around me wise, like on how I'm functioning wise, but it just the focus pills downsizes my distractioning limits to a minimum so I can actually focus on certain things. Like if I were in school and a teacher were lecturing in front of me, I have the focus pills so that I can zone in on to what they're talking about and everything else is like not there. I just zone out on to one specific thing kind of thing instead of like all talking on off topic and all that kind of stuff. It helps with that also. Plus, apparently, if I'm on the meds by taking the pills, wise for focus pills for ADHD, it makes me more hungrier than when I am off the pills. It's weird. I don't know why it does that to me, but according to my doctor, I am the only person that he has where I actually have a more heavier diet than other people, I guess. Because when I take the pills, it makes me more hungry and I eat more when I am on the pill. But if I'm off of it, I eat less. Like it's I don't know, like two or three things I have on the plate, wise portion wise, and then if I'm on the focus belt, I'll have 5 or 6 more stuff on the plate. That's where it's kind of weirdest, I think. I guess I don't know, but that's what he says. That is rare, and since I'm the only person that does that, I guess. Anyways, I'll tell you guys what it's about though, because I have the intel on what it is. Um, it's hard having HD though because you forget a lot of things. Like I have lots of aunts and uncles and cousins wise. I don't remember what they look like for facial features wise because if I haven't seen them in a long time, I will completely forget who they look like and their names and certain stuff that I literally have to as soon as I see them, I'll be like, trying to remember what their name is, and then I'll be like, yeah, nope, not coming to my mind at all. So then I'll be just like, hi, you, so and so and so. Did you have a good day? Kind of thing. I just like play like that sort of thing. I don't actually say their actual name on what their names are. Actually, it's terrible. ADHD is terrible. You have a complete hard time focusing for classes wise. And the only time when you do focus is if you're actually on your meds. If you don't have your meds on, then you're like, I don't know, off topic, randomly, randomly doing stuff. Like you're not actually doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're like actually, oh, let's see, I'll watch a video of this and watch that instead of doing what the teacher asks you to do, kind of a thing. It's one of those things. But uh, also another thing that's really annoying is that since I have ADHD, I can't turn my brain off when I'm fast asleep. And I try to. Like, I try to have, like, those remedy voices things. Because I have a Google Home Mini thing of a speaker. So I try doing that. Or have, like, slow melodies to, like, get me to sleep, right? Doesn't work. Doesn't even turn off my brain. It just makes me, like, want to do da 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 da, like almost like hum the tune more so than anything, which is really bad because I'm trying to sleep wise. And so then also I'm like such a night owl, so I am such a night owl that like if I I don't go to bed until like 1 in the morning or 2 because of my stupid brain episode that I can't turn my brain off. I tried sleeping pills that are like natural based wise, not from prescribed from doctors or anything like that. Like one of those good natural kind of thing. Try that. Didn't do anything. My brain was still going motorboat thing. Um so yeah, that's what the funny thing with my brain. It tends to go motorboat a lot when I'm fast asleep. So then I'm like toss and turn, toss and turn, toss and turn. Thus, also my nose has an issue of where it's either being stuffed up or it runs when I'm sleeping. And there's another reason behind that. I had double jaw surgery, and so the reason why I had double jaw surgery is because I had thin airways. So I had thin airways that was like about like a gap of my throat area that I wasn't getting very much air through circulated that area. Plus an overbite that one like my upper teeth on how you're seeing them right now is actually from like the surgery being done. So my teeth, you can see my front teeth right here, right? What originally my teeth would have been overlap in my front teeth where you couldn't barely see them. So all you saw was my front teeth, kind of thing. And another thing is that my nose, like my left side of my nose, was a little pebble size. It was like a little pea size. So I was only breathing through the right nose because of one was cut off completely and I wasn't even breathing out of that. Then I had again, thin areas, plus the overbite. So when I would be sleeping when I was little, kind of a thing, I would sleep with my mouth open because of that and not sleep very well because of that. I had sleep apnea because of that. So that's the reason why I had a double jaw surgery, just to fix that. And ever since I had a double jaw surgery, they doctor that I had was a Caribbean person. He did my adenoids, plus my tonsils, plus my nose stuff all in one surgery and didn't think to tell us before the surgery happened until like after the surgery. Yeah, that was so much fun because I literally was wired shut for like 6 months, right? Doing these jaws everybody else was like eating stupid pancakes and like, I don't know, McDonald's in front of me. And I'm like staring and I'm like, are you flipping kidding me? I am literally drinking through a straw, and yet you're eating all this gourmet stuff in front of me. Really? Really? Yeah. So that was so much fun. Then I had to write on a stupid board so that people would understand me on how I was talking, because I could not talk. I was where it stopped, right? So I was like, couldn't speak nothing, right? Nothing, right? So that was even funner. I had to write down on a board the whole entire time and say what I had to do. And it was like literally a board that was about this big. So trying to write your whole sentence on the size of a board this big is like hard, because you can't fit a big paragraph. You have to go one word, then 3 words on that thing. And then after done writing it, if you wanted to write more, you had to clear it, then write more, and then clear it again, write more. It was like pain in the butt for that one, for that surgery wise. And then another really annoying thing is that I actually tried grounding up. Now, I don't know if you're gonna comment why the heck would you do this kind of a thing, but I had to, because everybody kept eating stupid McDonald's stuff in front of me. So then I was like, I had enough. So then I wrote down on my notepad saying, why don't I just like blend the stupid thing in the blender and then drink it through a straw? Like, it's the same thing, right? Just food, like real food, just like blend it in a thing, and then should be able to like drink through a straw, because that's what I have to do anyways, right? So I basically got a Big Mac as soon as I got home from the flipping store of the place, or whatever the business place is. You know what I'm talking about. I blended in blender, then drank it through a straw. It tasted like an actual Big Mac, but just blended all up in one thing, kind of a thing. So it tasted really good though. I don't know if you guys would do that, try that out, but it tasted good for me wise, because I couldn't have burgers by itself, because everybody else was like eating burgers in front of me, and I couldn't do that because of my stupid jaw episode. So yeah, that was so much fun. Not. And then, so yeah, there was that. And then on top of that, now that my surgery is done, because I'm healed and stuff, but I'm just saying that's what was going on during the surgery process. And I grounded up also pancakes into a blender and then suck it through a straw. So for people who do those eating contests, yeah, I think those 2 things would have been the craziest things I had to do was ever done, was drinking a Big Mac through a straw, plus, and also pancakes. Legit, I'm not kidding. Like those like big flapjacks things that you have like bananas inside the pancakes, plus a bunch of other stuff inside of it. Blend those up all in blender and then suck through a straw. Like, I don't know. Those like eating contests are crazy. I don't know if what I'm talking about is crazy. I don't know. I don't know. Some people have like different ideas, I guess, of what they have in mind for that kind of thing. And oh, another thing that I haven't tried ever before on my head, and yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Don't worry. I was looking at what is popular for fall, and apparently, one hairstyle popped up was, when I Googled it, was mermaid hair. Like, I'm talking about 3 colors in one head. And, or it's like a light blue and then a dark blue at the bottom part, I think, was the other idea. Or it's like light pink and then dark blue, or, I know, anyways, you get the idea. Or there's like, I don't know, like pink, then yellow, then blue in one head. Yeah, 3 colors in one head. I don't know how they could do that in a salon, but somebody did, and it was on Google, and it looked almost like, I don't know, like, have you, if anybody has seen the Northern Lights on how bright they are, of like bright colors, yeah, somebody did their whole head looked like the Northern Lights color, green, blue, the purple, all those colors that was in the Northern Lights on their head, and it was on Google as an idea for fall related for 2021. Plus, some are made of hairy color side. So the one that I looked at was actually trying to do it. I did it at a place called Mr. Smith. I don't know if you have a place called that, but I went to a salon where it was called Mr. Smith. So my original plan for the photo, and I have it on hand so I can actually show you, was this. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, my brightness is stupid. No, that's makes it bigger. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that from here? There, I think that's better. No, that's better. I don't know, that's better. That thing. That is what it's supposed to be like. It is so. Hold on. Let me go darker. I wonder if it's dark. No, that's less. Okay, there we go. I think it's better. Can you see it better now? I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, there you go. I think you can see better, right? Yeah, I'm assuming. Because nobody's commenting or anything like that, or nobody's watching, so I don't know if you guys can see that. But it's supposed to look like this, but it turned out this. Don't know how it did, but yeah. So that was one of the ideas that I saw online. Pretty much. Why is my Bluetooth on? What the heck? Why is my Bluetooth on? I'm not even connected to anything. I don't know. That was weird. Oh, that would have been funny if I connected to my Bluetooth speaker. That's funny. Because I do have a Google Home Mini speaker, so I've been like, whatever I've been talking to people, instead of like typing, because it takes me forever to type. Like, no, like, I'm not kidding. You know how like people type really, really, really fast? No, I'm literally taking I like 3 hours to type a whole sentence going mode. That's how long it takes me because of, again, ADHD. It's hard to concept of what I'm typing on a phone or any electronics for that matter, because I never had to use iPhone 11 before. The one that I had originally was an iPhone 6 and had the fingerprint thing. So I'm not used to the face thing where you keep like showing your open face in order to unlock your phone. Like, I don't get that. Why would they have that as a system? It doesn't make any sense. People would more get into your phone with your stupid face ID compared to a fingerprint. Like, I don't know whose idea was that department. But like, that is so dumb. Anyways, so again, this is what happens with ADHD. I totally get off topic and blah 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 and so on and therefore. Okay, but I'll give you the research off of what I googled, because sometimes I forget. Even I forget sometimes on what is out there for ADHD and stuff like that. So, according to this fact, this website's called so funny. I don't even know what it called of that. Facty Health. Like, who calls a website that? Like, that's so funny. Anyways, it says the description of, actually, this person updated a quote last year by the looks of it. Wow, that's kind of funny. That was like last year that this person updated it. That's funny. It's just recent, I guess. Anyways, it's for ADHD. It is considered as attention defect hyperactivity disorder. And I was going to put this in the description, but then when I looked on how long it was, I'm like, okay, this is like 4 or 5 or 6 paragraphs that probably wouldn't fit in a description, probably. Oh, like, make me cut some of it out because there's so much words in here, probably. So, yeah, this is why I'm reading off of my phone instead. Let's see here. It says, okay, I already read that part, I'm pretty sure. Disorder. ADHD is a neural development disorder, usually diagnosed in childhood through it, though it may persist into adulthood. Like me, I literally was diagnosed since I was a baby, and I'm 21 years old, so it's pretty much almost exact to what it says, but okay. Anyways, back to this. According to the American Physician I'm pretty much gonna pronounce this wrong. I suck at pronouncing things right. Psychiatric. I don't know how to say this word, but maybe you guys can Google yourself because this is hard for me to pronounce. It's not a typical word you would actually say to people, basically, but association about 5% of children have ADHD. Can be difficult to diagnose between normal developmental behavior and ADHD in a young children. That said, most parents find that by the time a child with ADHD reaches age 7, they start exhibiting symptoms that cannot be ignored. Apparently, as soon as you hit a higher age, you obviously definitely show off if you have a disability or not, kind of a thing, when you get older, I guess, is what they're saying. Because since I was diagnosed or right off the bat as a baby, I was the one really annoying thing that when I was little, and it's weird because I don't do it anymore, I had terrible hearing issues that my teacher legit had to have speakers in the classroom for her just to that I could hear her, plus the microphone thing and the speakers so that I could hear her. But now I don't have to do that. All I have to do is just be, as long as I'm in the front in the room, I can hear you. If I'm at the rep, no, still the same episode. But like I somewhat can hear you, just certain words I miss, and then I have to re-ask you that question, kind of a thing. That's usually what tends to happen. But when I was little, I asked like a lot of teachers, I don't know, like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, 9 times the question over and over again because I could not hear them because I was at the very back. They had me in the very back when I was little in the school every day. So it was kind of hard. And so my teacher, my resourcing teacher, because I was in a resource and all, she had it was kind of cool. She had a lady came in every week to help me do flashcards for helping me on learn things wise from the Foothills Hospital. And that is or no, not the Foothills Hospital, the Children's Hospital. I mean the Children's Hospital, because I was a kid at the time. The Children's Hospital, they had a lady came in and had flashcards of like the picture, then the words underneath. And because I had also an issue where my words would slur into one instead of separate, it would be not broken down, it would be actually one. and not broken down. It was really weird that happened when I was little. But that is what I kept happening with me. I would talk to people, they wouldn't understand what I'm talking about because it would always slur into one sentence instead of break it down into like word for word kind of thing. So I had to have those flashcards and do them, oh, I don't know, up until I was in middle school. Literally, from elementary school all the way to middle school because of that. That's how long I had to use those flashcards for. It was crazy. And then I had to have, of course, that speaker slash sound system thing so that I can hear the teacher. Plus, my hand would shake whenever I write. Yes, for some odd reason, my right hand, when I would write, it would go like, instead of neat writing, it would go up and down like shaky mode. So when I would like write stuff, the teachers could barely understand what the heck I would be talking about because it was like literally, it was like almost like scribbles, like I am literally sketching something instead of words. That's what happened. And so they gave me, which is really weird to have as a kid, a wrist thing. Like it's almost like a bandage where you broke your hand, but instead was a weight thing, like a 50-pound weight thing right here, plus straps around it, and then you had to stick your flipping pencil right through here and then write. But I guess the whole purpose of that was so that my head would stop shaking in a way so that I could write properly for the words to actually come out properly on paper. But I hated wearing it because it was flipping heavy. Like, have you ever heard of, I don't know, piles of rocks building up, building up, building up, and then like you collapsing? Wise? Yeah, that's literally what it felt on my one hand. So imagine that on one hand, trying to write on paper every day for the whole entire school years of elementary school was that. So that was one of the other things I was putting about. But I don't have to do that anymore because I write perfectly fine, which is weird because I was had to do that when I was little. But now I don't even have to, or right now I don't even do that anymore. Like I write actually really well without the wrist thing. But when I was supposed to go into middle school, I was supposed to wear that weight thing on my hand because that's what they recommend me to have in middle school, I guess. They didn't bring it over to the middle school at all. There's like a lot of stuff that they didn't bring over to the middle school for me to have when I was there, when I was, as soon as I got there, wise. But yeah, so then of course the middle school had to buy it once again for me. So annoying. Plus the speakers, they had to buy the speakers, plus that headset thing. So I'm pretty sure that their price tag for school budget wise was up to here because of just me, because of my, well, like I said, my disability, ADHD. But yeah, so there was that, a really annoying thing. Hold on, I gotta wipe my nose. There we go. I don't want to get that on the camera because that will look weird. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, but yeah, ever since my double dot surgery, now my nose runs constantly. My doctor thinks it's a nerve damage. Again, it's probably because my doctor that originally did all the surgery in one was a Caribbean person. And usually, if you had to do tonsils and adenoids and a bunch of other stuff, you would have had to like go to, oh, I don't know, separate organizations for that and do separate surgeries for that instead of like all one, so that it actually has time to actually heal, and so it doesn't like stretch and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Oh my gosh. What time is it? Oh yeah, duh. It's 12:57. No wonder. Duh. Okay. Anyways, so that is my story. Plus, then high school. Okay, you know what's another thing is that weird is that with public schools, if you get bullied, they don't do zip. If you get bullied in your resource kind of thing, they don't do zip. The only time that they did actually help you if you got bullied is if you're in a Catholic school, not in a public school. They never helped you once, kind of a thing with that. So that was the really annoying part because I would get bullied every recess. Because in middle school there was recess, so every recess from middle school, elementary school. Same went up to high school, but we didn't have recess. We just had lunch, going to cafeteria or stuff like that kind of thing. I would still get bullied by going down to the cafeteria. I was supposed to, or I would be going like to go get food from the cafeteria. All of a sudden, I'd be shoved in a dumb locker. So much fun. Not. I'd be like shoved in a dumb locker for, I don't know, up until I hear a teacher walking by, and then I have to, I don't know, try pounding on the dumb locker so that the teacher would know that I'm in there, kind of a thing. Then on top of that, I have to tell them the stupid lock combination in order for me to get out, which is, of course, a stupid 3-digit number, which I suck at remembering, or 4. At the time, it was a 3 or 4, but then when that happened, they let me change my lock just so that I wouldn't get shoved into my lock, kind of a thing. And so it'd be easier to open it, kind of thing. But it still happened, even though that they recommended me to change my dumb lock. Like, I don't know. I changed it to a shape one. And even though I had a shape lock, I still got shoved in a dumb locker. So I basically had to go get food from another joint because cafeteria wasn't open, of course. At the time that I got out was like, I don't know, almost the time to go to class was. So, yeah, imagine me being stuck in a dumb locker for a while without no food in the thing, just a backpack and equipment to like write and stuff, but that's about it. And only like 3 vents, so like there's like one line here, one line there, one line there. But yeah, very claustrophobic. Definitely. That was not a good time in my life, very much, because I still to this day get um I think very skeptical if somebody were to follow me, kind of a thing, because of that. That I make sure that I look around before I go anywhere or walk anywhere, just because of that. Yep, that is pretty much what I do now because of that. And then on top of that, I still have a bruise from them hitting me and stuff. I don't know if you can see it that though. It's like really tiny, but like it's right there. It won't come off. I tried like so many dumb products to see if it would come off. Still there. I had originally a bruise here, like on my actual head from them. Like, they were complaining about my hair because I had a burgundy brownie kind of hair color. It was like a weird hair color, I guess. But I was born with it, and I don't know how I got it because my dad was not that kind of a color. Like it was like a dark color, but it was not brown. It was like black shimmery color kind of thing going on. And my mom had changed her hair to blonde highlights because when she was younger, she got picked on because her hair was red. So she was naturally redhead, but they called her Carrot. How the heck is that red? Like, right? Like it's orange. What the heck is that? And then since she was tall, they called her Giraffe too. But she wasn't as bad bullied as me because I have a disability and she didn't. So I don't know how I got my disability from, or in the line of, oh, I don't know. Doctors keep saying that you get your disability from the genes of your parents. Yeah, none of them had disability at all. They didn't have ADHD or anything like that. So I don't know how the heck I ended up with it, but yeah. So there's that. And so people were making fun of my hair, saying, they're laughing at the fact that it was a burgundy brown. I knew it was a burgundy brown because I had to wake up to it every morning, kind of thing. So I would try to hide my head or my hair in a hat, right? So that they would stop following me, right? That didn't work because they still took off my hat. They would come up from face to face wise of standing in front of me and flung the hat off, kind of a thing, and threw it in garbage, kind of a thing. Like it was one of those things that I hated also. So then I ended up dyeing it because of that, so that they would stop bullying me. And I dyed it, even though I dyed it like a lighter color. Like I dyed it not a burgundy brown because that's what I originally had, but like I had a light I'm trying to remember what color it was. All I know is that it was a light color, just so that they wouldn't stop bugging me. Because I asked my mom when I was little if I could dye it, and I think when I asked her if I could dye it, because I know she likes to dye her hair, so I was like, "Can I dye my hair since you dye your hair?" And then I think she tuned in and be like, "Why do you want to dye your hair? Your hair is like already like a mm, dark hair color kind of a thing, right?" So then I told her reason why, but again, public school does not do a thing for you. I told my mom, then she said that she would talk to teachers on what was going on wise. We talked to the teachers. It still happened, even though that we talked to teachers about what they did, kind of a thing. They they got they got detention wise for like, I don't know, a couple days. But then as soon as they came back, oh boy. Yeah, it was a bad idea to tattletale on them because they full force were mad because of it and brought it out on me once again. And but this time they didn't complain about my hairdo. They complained about my teeth this time. About, oh, your teeth are crooked. Why don't you just why don't you just chop some wood with that? Or something like that. It was one of those things, and I'm like, huh? Like it doesn't make any sense. My teeth were not designed to do that. So I was like, what? Humans can't do that kind of thing. It was one of those weird, annoying things. Then I was called a vampire, I guess, or smelly, which I'm pretty sure I wasn't smelly because I put the perfume and that kind of stuff to make me nice and smell nice every day. So I don't know what the heck people were talking about. So yeah, so there's that. And then when I got to high school, though, the weirdest thing, they didn't bring the speaker or the headset to the high school at all, or any of the materials that I was supposed to have for schooling wise. Which was even worse because then again I had to ask the teacher a couple times to re-say it again. But at least I was like closer to the front of the room. I could somewhat hear her. I could hear, but this time I could hear like 5 words out of her, but not like a whole sentence wise, just 5 words wise. So yeah, there was a couple times where I had to like re-ask the question, kind of a thing. I'm surprised they didn't like get mad about it because my other teachers in my other schools did mad about me. Kept saying, re-asking them a couple times. Okay, and let's see. More info about ADHD. That is really, I don't know how this is accurate or not, but it's kind of weird. But it says basically, development between normal development. So basically, 5% of children have ADHD. It can be difficult to distinguish between normal developmental behavior and ADHD in young children. That said, most parents find that the child with ADHD reaches a higher age, they'll show more symptoms that cannot be ignored. Like it will be definitely noticeable when you get older, kind of a thing. So as you get older, will definitely show of your habits will probably change and stuff. So it says one of them is, I guess, classified as daydreaming. Don't know how, because I'm pretty sure normal people that don't have a disability do that lots also. Because if you were at a meeting and a boring meeting, you'd probably doze off for that too. So I was like, this is probably not accurate. I don't know if it is or not, but let's see here. It says one of the symptoms of the alternative subtype of ADHD is excessive daydreaming. While some daydreaming in the classroom is expected, children with ADHD may be unaware that their mind is drifting and may have hard times staying in the moment. Unfortunately, daydreaming can interfere with learning. Parents and teachers might question whether the child can actually hear them talking, as the child typically does, not respond to the questions. And again, like, I don't get how this is relevant to ADHD because if you don't know the question, then you probably won't respond. Like that's usually what normal kids do. So I was like, This doesn't make any sense in what they're talking about, but okay. Is there any more on this thing? Looks like that's it. That's weird, that's short, but okay. I'll do like the meaning of it because there are myths about stuff, I guess, on ADHD that some people still think that it's true, I guess. And I don't get why. It's like, I don't know, 2021? Like, I don't know how people are going referring to off of myths about ADHD. Like, it should be like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Meaning of ADHD, yes. Ah, here it is. Here's the better meaning for it that I usually was told when I was a kid, basically. The normal meaning behind it from when I was told as a kid was most common neural developmental disorders of childhood. It is usually first diagnosed in childhood and often lasts into adulthood. Children with ADHD may have trouble paying attention, controlling impulsive behaviors, may act without thinking about what the results will be, or be overly active, apparently, is the other thing. Which again, I don't get the overly reactive part because the only time that I'm more active is like in the nighttime. Because, like I said before, I'm a night owl. I have more energy in nighttime than the flipping daytime. If I were in a 3 or 4 hour class wise, I'd probably have a hard time staying focused otherwise because I'd be tired wise because of not being able to sleep because of my brain, like I said, goes no kind of thing. It doesn't actually does noise, but I'm just saying that's how fast it goes when I'm sleeping. Like it constantly goes and goes and goes as like a motorboat kind of a thing. So that's usually what tends to show up usually if I'm in class is that I'm overly tired because of it. So I have been going to therapy because of that though. I've been going to horse therapy. Then before I did the horse therapy, I did brain therapy because I guess some of my electrolytes from this side was over to here and not to the center. So certain information I would get in and hold it for a split couple of minutes and then shoot back out, I guess. I guess. And it's probably because I fell when I was little. I fell in um, down the stairs when I was little. And according to my uncle, because he's a chiropractor, he said that obviously by what I described to him of what I did, wise of going down the stairs, he said it sounded like I did a cartwheel down the stairs. And I recall the stairs were made out of solid wood. I think that was before they put the stupid carpet on, pretty much. So now they have a carpet on. But I'm just saying, before they had solid wood and they were going to put the, I guess, carpet on, they were just waiting for the people to come back in to like do it, I guess. So I fell down that. Like I fell down the stairs. So like there's like two flights of stairs, right? So there's one up here that's super high, right? And the other one's down here, right? So I slid down that part on my backside, down that part. Then I went over this way, kind of a thing. Like I went from my backside, ending up on this second flight of stairs, sliding all the way down on my other side of my body, all the way down to the other part of the stairs, basically. That's how it happened. And now I've been avoiding stairs ever since because of that happened. And I don't want that to happen again because then I'd have to go go back to brain therapy and get stupid cords attached to my stupid head. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like literally, I was like sitting in a chair. They had so many cords all attached to my head. They did computer work from their end, and I was just sitting in a chair, and I had to rinse glue out of my head every week because of that. So it was really annoying. And literally, the glue literally was like so glued in, kind of a thing. So I had to like wash it. I had to shampoo it actually twice in order to get that flipping glue out, kind of a thing. Yeah, it was dumb. Then I had to also wear a hat over top of my head because I had glue in my head so people wouldn't notice it, kind of a thing. If I were to go back to school wise. But I usually wouldn't because it literally drains you. Because when you're getting your brain therapy, you're doing a little bit of work, but the amount that you're sitting there trying to do stupid Pac-Man with your brain, sitting there for, I don't know, a couple of minutes or an hour wise, trying to do a stupid Pac-Man with your brain is hard. Just you're using your brain. You're not using your hands or anything like that. You're trying to move the flippin' Pac-Man emoji thing with your brain. Yeah, so that is hard. Plus, I don't even know how to play Pac-Man in the first place, so I was like, this is not going to go so well, and it did. So that was so not fun. But the other part I had fun, whereas that there was cheetahs on the computer, and I would basically try to make the cheetah run faster than the other cheetahs on the thing. It was almost like a cheetah race, but you are using your brain to make the cheetah go faster on the computer, I guess, in front of you. Wise. So that's how I guess it's more funner because it has a cat involved. Because that is actually my favorite animal is cheetahs because they're the fastest animal on earth. And also because I love their cat face. They're like so cute. But yeah, so there's that. And then another thing I had to do was, I don't know what that was, but I apparently got an email from something. I'm gonna look at it afterwards, but not now. But yeah, so that was another thing that was kind of weird. Okay, so these are the symptoms and signs that I guess most people don't usually tell you if you didn't have ADHD, but yet you think you might have them. I don't know. This might help refer to that. So this is like ADHD. So yeah, so this says, hey, that's funny. Actually, it says COVID-19 information for parenting children with ADHD. It says one more for COVID-wise, but I don't want to talk about COVID because it's annoying already. Because a lot of people keep talking about how annoying it is, so I don't need to talk about it. Signs and symptoms. The symptoms and signs are: it is normal for children to have trouble focusing and behaving at one time or another. However, children with ADHD do not just grow out of these behaviors. The symptoms continue and be severe and can cause difficulty at school, at home, or with friends. Which I don't know why it says with friends because I don't have any friends actually because of it. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Yeah, because of my ADHD. Since I got bullied so much, I've been kind of skeptical on who to rely on because of that I barely even talk to people nowadays because of that. I barely even talk to my mom because yeah, I'm just yeah, just I've been it's so overwhelming to have ADHD, and the downfall of that, you don't have very many friends. Either well, you can get one or two friends, but a whole group or a whole gang from what people usually get, I never do. I never do that. Get that out of my this disability. That's where it's kind of annoying, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so since I don't have any friends, I just been trying to get along with my schoolwork and just getting it done wise and listening to music to help with homework wise. But yeah, ADHD is tough on people because you don't have friends, and when you get bullied, not many people you can rely on, a bunch of other stuff, and it's so annoying. And yeah, so there's that.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
We do close this at 1. I'm a little bit late. I'll be back in a few minutes
Okay.
and then I'll lock it up.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So yeah, the other symptoms about ADHD and science is you basically with ADHD you might daydream a lot, forget or lose a lot of things, or you're very fidgety, or you talk too much, make careless mistakes, or take unnecessary risks, have a hard time resisting temptation, have trouble taking turns, you have difficulty getting along with others, which that part I really don't get about difficulty getting along with others. Because I watched a YouTube video and the lady has ADHD and she says we do the opposite. We as soon as we see somebody that needs help, we're the opposite. We actually go to you needing help instead of people going to us for needing help when we need it the most, kind of a thing. It's usually tends to be the other way around. Yeah, I guess I gotta pack up and go to my room because the security guard just walked to the door. So I should probably move my stuff, which I'll do right now because then I can talk while walking, which probably is a bad idea, but I'm gonna have to do it anyways because of this. Because I did not think I had to be out of here at 1, and I actually didn't think that this place would have a time period because it's called a prayer room where it's open for public for people to like prayer and stuff, but I'm using it for this, which is kind of even funnier. But yeah, if you went to a Catholic school, you would get the point. If you don't, then yeah, it'd be hard to understand that. But anyways, but yeah, I'm just gonna go to my room so I actually don't get in trouble from this. Okay, my key card's not working. Okay, that didn't work. My key card's right here, I think, on the other side. I thought it was in the other room. There we go. Okay. Slide that door open. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Grab my stuff and go to my room right now because I'm pretty sure I have to do this fast as I even I don't want people taking out. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'll just stay here. Because it's easier that way. Better. There. This is probably even brighter than it before, but yeah. So. Yeah, just about that. Oh, I forgot to grab my phone. So, yeah, there's that. And types of ADHD, I guess, is there are the different types of ADHD depending on which type of symptoms you have are the strongest in the individual. So it says predominantly inattentive presentation, which equals, I guess, what that means is presentation is hard for the individual to organize or finish a task, pay attention to details, or to follow instructions or conversations. Oh my gosh, I don't remember this as a symptom. What the heck? Okay, this is weird. When I was told this is not one of the symptoms I was told, but okay. Person is easily distracted or forgets details of daily routines. That is probably why I have a schedule on taped to my wall so I remember things. Or plaster sticky notes everywhere, pretty much. That's usually what I tend to do. I'm taking my shoes off because my shoes are hurting me. After a long day of wearing these, you kind of need to take them off, kind of a thing. It's like really annoying. Anyways. And then it says something. Oh, the second type, I guess, is okay. So there's the first type was what I just said, I guess, for ADHD. Second one is hyperactive impulsive presentation. And the person fidgets and talks a lot and it is hard to sit still for long, etc. That's literally what it says, is etc. after that. And it says for a meal or a while or doing homework. Okay. Don't know how that interprets on ADHD, but I guess that's one of the types you could have, I guess. Smaller children may run, jump, or climb constantly. The individual feels restless and has trouble with impulsivity. Someone who is impulsive may interrupt others a lot, grab things from people, or speak at inappropriate times. It is hard for the person to wait their turn or listen to directions. A person with impulsiveness directions. A person with impulsiveness may have more accidents and injuries than others. Okay. I actually did not know this one very much. That's new. Looks like it's funny. You learn new things every day, but this is really weird, but okay. Um, combined presentation is the third one, and symptoms of above two types are equally present in the person. So, I guess you could have. So I guess they're saying if you have the two symptoms up above, people with ADHD, some people with ADHD apparently has the two symptoms up above that I just read. Um, others, I guess, have different ones by the looks of it. Because the symptoms can change over time. The presentation may change over time as well. Scientists are studying causes and risk factors in an effort to find better ways to manage and reduce the chances of a person having ADHD, which I find is a good thing because if you've seen what I've lived through, that's pretty much why it says it's a good thing. Causes and risk factors for ADHD are unknown, but current research shows that genetics plays an important role. See, getting with the genetics part. Studies link genetic factors with ADHD. In addition to genetics, scientists are studying other possible causes and risk factors, including brain injury. Brain injury? I didn't think this would be classified as ADHD. What the heck? Are you gonna be kidding me? I just got my brain fixed though from brain therapy because I don't go there anymore because I got it fixed. Exposure to environmental, etc. led during pregnancy or at a young age. Dang. I didn't think that would be one of them, but of the ways that you could. I didn't think that would have caused the ADHD part. Brain injury? In order for to have ADHD, that's one thing to cause it. Huh, that's weird. Or alcohol, tobacco, or use during pregnancy. Premature delivery. Low birth rate. That's a lot of weird stuff, though. I wonder if you do have ADHD. Or classified as ADHD, yes. Oh, it's so weird. Research does not support the popularly held views that ADHD is caused by eating too much sugar, watching too much television, parenting, or social and environmental factors such as poverty or family chaos, or by this is weird, or many things including make the symptoms worse apparently in certain people, but the evidence is not strong enough to conclude that they are the main causes of ADHD. Diagnosis. Deciding if a child has ADHD is a process with several steps. There is no single test to diagnose ADHD and many other problems, like any anxiety, depression, sleep problems, and certain types of learning disabilities can have similar symptoms. One step of process involves having a medical exam, inducing hearing and vision tests to rule out other problems with symptoms like ADHD. Diagnosing ADHD usually includes hmm, includes where was I? Includes a checklist. Oh, hmm, hmm. I see there's nobody commenting and watching this right now, but it's probably because it's too late of an hour. Maybe some of you guys are in school. Maybe that's probably why. I am in school, but I'm in college, so I have less classes in the morning right now. Like, I don't have any classes in the morning, so it's like I have a spare almost, like in high school kind of a thing, but it's every day right now kind of a thing. Anyways, so it says checklist for rating ADHD symptoms and taking a history of child from parents, teachers, and sometimes the child. If you want to learn more about criteria of diagnosing ADHD, there is a website called cbc.gov. So it's CD, then C, and then dot, and then GOV. If you want to know what I'm talking about or read of what I am reading off of that is one of the websites that I am reading off of apparently to figure this out. Because not any people tells you about this when you're little. So it's kind of newish slash almost like close to what I was told in a way. Or a tad. Oh, my eyes tend to get watery. Sorry about that. Well, technically, it's not usually a topic I tend to talk about because I'm worried that people will bully me more if I talk about this kind of thing. So that's why I'm going on here to see what happens, I guess. One step process. Okay, in most cases, ADHD is best treated with a combination of behavior therapy and medication. See, which I already told you before, I am taking focus pills for helping wise, so technically that's already what I'm doing. But okay. Preschool age children 4 to 5 years of age with ADHD behavior therapy, particularly with training for parents, is recommended as the first line of treatment before medication is tried. That works best can what works best can oh, I read that wrong. Fudge. Oopsies, I read that wrong. What works best can depend on the child and family. Which that totally makes sense because everybody has their own type of way on how they want to learn, I guess. I'm assuming that's what they're quoting as, I think. Um, Staying healthy symptoms. Apparently, there's healthy symptoms to help staying healthy from that, I guess. Um, no. I was told that if you don't want to yawn and to make the yawn go away, is that you bite your tongue with your teeth. It's supposed to help you if you're that's usually what I would recommend if you're doing an exam or something. If you're sensing a yawn coming on, and it didn't go away. Because also it like sends a nerve to your brain saying, "Oh, that was painful. I'm going to stop doing that," kind of a thing. It's one of those science theories that I think that might help with that. Anyways, oh, my nose is running again. Not again. This is kind of not. This is a rare topic I talk to people about because of I'm concerned of what people would say. Plus, I don't know if any people or anybody has this type of disability like me. So that is why I tend to take it of um, tend to take a low profile off of it. But it seems like a lot of you are more so. I don't know. Some of you are asking um, if I should do more game related videos, which I could, but I tried that the last time and I didn't get any comments. So I don't know what I am doing wrong here, guys. So yeah. Originally I got comments saying do more games, but I didn't get very many comments last week about that. So I'm assuming they want me to go off of that and onto something else instead of just keep doing gaming stuff. I'm assuming to like switch it up a little because I have seen like other YouTubers where they switch it up to like from games to blogging stuff or how to dye your hair or how to do like one of those criteria. I think they tend to talk home. I think I don't know. I'm a new YouTuber. I tend to like watch Megan Plays and Honey the Unicorn for YouTubing wise to see what is popular right now, kind of a thing. That's usually what I tend to watch, basically. I tend to watch Megan Plays, Honey the Unicorn. Plus, also they're both friends, I think, or from what I've seen. Um, and also because when I watch Megan play, she builds cool houses and stuff. So that's why I tend to watch that to see if I could do that in a way. Um, haven't really done that, but I try doing that, and I think I got one foundation for it, but then the rest of the part I apparently was referring to get more blooms or something like that to get in order to build more stuff, I guess. I don't know. Something to that effect, which I didn't have at the time. I had to wait until I got more kind of a thing. So I just been on a reading game for that in order to do that kind of thing. But yeah, so does that. Managing symptoms, staying healthy, being healthy is important for all children and can be easily important for children with ADHD. In addition to behavioral therapy and meditation, having a healthy lifestyle can make easier for having for a child to deal with ADHD symptoms. Here are some healthy behaviors to cope with this, I guess, or to help with this, I guess. It says, oh, apparently one of them is eating habits. Healthy eating habits such as eating plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and choosing lean protein sources. I don't know what the lean part is means for protein wise. I get what the protein means because it's meat. But the lean part, I don't know what they're meaning by that. Is it like tons or small amounts? Like it doesn't actually say. It just says lean. It's actually not helping me in what actually it's saying. But okay. Participating in daily physical activity based on age criteria apparently, or limiting around daily screen time from TVs, computers, phones, and other electronics wise is another thing. Getting the recommended amount of sleep each night based on, again, your age thing. Um, that the main thing apparently is, of course, get help if you have ADHD, because that's what it says. Okay, why are you showing this? I don't need you right now. Connie, stop that. Okay, looks like my computer's about to die because I'm keep doing this. Whoopsies. Oops, I think my computer's about to die. Hold on, let me just check what percentage it is. It is nope. It says that it's at 26%. Why is it showing a low battery mode then? Oh my goodness, that's done. This is still full half charged, so I'm still good on reading stuff. But apparently it says the main thing is to actually get help if you have ADHD, which makes sense because if you don't know certain stuff about ADHD, obviously you would talk to a doctor or physio. Oh, here it says. It says psychologist or philologist. I'm probably saying this wrong, but yeah. Psychologist, I can say properly because I am taking psychology right now, actually. That's funny. It says talk to a psychologist when I'm taking psychology. It's so funny. Um, Maybe it's a therapist, maybe? Maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know. I can't really read that. Pronounce this word right, but it's obviously another person, professional person to help wise for that. Pediatrician, or you can contact your local early intervention agency for children under 3 or a public school for children 3 and older. Um, Center. Oh, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) funds National Resource Center on ADHD. So I guess they're saying if you want more info, there is a place called National Resource Center on about ADHD. And then it gives you like a phone number, but I Actually, no. I think I'll put that in the comments of what the phone number is. Because I can type it right now, pretty much. I can type it for it, so it's easier. Or maybe I can say it. I don't know. Or maybe no. Maybe YouTube won't let me do that. I don't know. I might just like put it down in the comment section of the number, just in case. And it says the number is for trained staff to answer any questions about ADHD. That's if you can't find frequent ones online, then it probably will help you with that. And so on and so on, and there for more information, obviously. But yeah, so you get the picture of what I'm getting at, I guess. I'm hoping. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to actually read more. But it's like, oh, one something, and I probably should end this actually. Okay. Well, anyways, hope you like and subscribe and comment if down below if I did a good job by explaining this stuff, or maybe broke it down enough for you guys to understand ADHD if you actually have it or not. But hopefully this helps you if you have ADHD or any of that kind of stuff. I'll put the phone number down below just so that you get information wise if you live in the United States wise kind of thing. That will probably help you out better because it says one before the actual number. So that might help you with that number. The Canadian part, I don't know if it would have a number for that, but I can Google it again. I can Google that later. I know it's like one something, so I probably should get to bed. Probably. Anyways, hope you guys like it. Subscribe if you want more context like this, or want me to do games again. I don't know. Whatever you guys choose from. Comment down below what you think I should be doing wise, and I will get back to you and try to do it as best as I can to explain the stuff. Plus, also, I'll probably Google on if you send me on stuff to do. I will Google it on my end to research stuff so I actually know what I'm talking about first. Then I'll post a video about it. Okay? Anyways, have a blast on whatever you. Actually, no. Nope, you guys would be fast asleep by now. Anyways, have a blast of this. Have a blast of try to hope, basically. Always have hope in your life and have good vibes in your life, because if you don't, you tend to go downhill in depression and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm hoping with this video it helps you have a happier response plus hopefulness in a way to explain things otherwise. Plus, also it lets you know a little bit about me in a way, because some people of YouTubers that I've seen actually do that. So hopefully you guys like this context. Plus, comment down below what you want, and yeah, I'll get back to you when I can, when I'm actually not sleeping, because that would be weird if I am trying to sleep and typing at the same time. It will probably sound really dumb if I type and sleep at the same time, because it will be like blah 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 blah, or like, I don't know, sound weird. So hopefully I can type when I'm actually fully awake and not so tired that I sound ridiculous. So anyways, but yeah, so over and out. Buenas noches, Sinuetios, and all those kinds of languages. buy things out there, because I don't know who watches this, as I'm pretty sure there's tons of people that speak different languages than me. Anyways, buenas noches, senora, senoritas, all that kind of stuff. Sayonara. What's another one? I know there's another one. Oh, I'll think of it later, anyways. But yeah, so bye. Also in language. I don't remember the French one, even though that I have a French last name. So all I know is that in French, for one word, if you need to use the bathroom, for bathroom wise in French, is ole toilet. So if you have to use a bathroom, or in the morning while we were watching this, if so, I hope you have a ole toilet day kind of a thing. And it probably won't make sense because I'm saying that right now. But yeah, if you ever actually are watching this when you're in the bathroom or wherever you are, in the morning wise, when this gets published after I'm done talking, ole toilet and sayonara and bon voyage and all that kind of stuff, and cafe, food, or wherever you're at, kind of a thing. Anyways, bye bye. Peace to the world and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, peace to the world and peace to the world and come together as one with the world. And so when I think that's 3 of the words that I just said off of Michael Jackson's song. Come together as one with the world, kind of thing. Anyways, okay, bye bye. I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye bye. And that one.